All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do number 15. In 15, it's saying use formal substitution to find the indefinite integral. So we're going to take this right here, and we're going to find the indefinite integral using substitution. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a u. I'm going to say u is equal to this. U is equal to 4x plus 5. When you're doing u substitution, the u is typically going to be equal to the function that's inside another function. So the u is going to be 4x plus 5. Then I'm going to find du by taking the derivative of 4x plus 5. The derivative of 4x plus 5 is just 4. And then I have at the end dx. Okay? So once you have your u, you find du, which is the derivative of your function, which is 4, and at the end you have a dx. And I'm going to solve this for dx by dividing both sides by 4. So I'm going to divide this by 4 and this by 4. These 4's cancel out, so du divided by 4 equals dx. So when you're doing u substitution, always solve for that dx. And now I'm going to go back to my original function that I'm taking the integral of, and I'm going to see if I can rewrite it all in terms of u and du. So it's going to be the integral of 3 divided by the square root of, not 4x plus 5, but u, because 4x plus 5 is equal to u. So it's going to be the square root of u. And now I have this dx. Well, dx is equal to this. So in place of the dx, I'm going to put du divided by 4. But let's look at this right here. Du divided by 4. Just that part. When I divide anything by 4, it's the same as multiplying by 1/4. So I can rewrite this part right here. I can rewrite that as 1/4 times du. These are the same. Du divided by 4 is the same as 1/4 times du. And this other stuff I'm just going to drop down. So I'm going to have the integral of 3 divided by square root of u. The reason I did that is because whenever you're taking the integral, you can always pull outside of the integral any number. So I can pull this 3 outside, and I can pull this 1/4 outside. So I'm going to pull both of those out. I'm going to pull the 3 outside of the integral, so I'm going to have a 3, times, I'm going to pull the 1/4 outside of the integral. So 3 times 1/4, integral of, no longer is a 3 on the top because I just pulled it outside. Now there's just going to be a 1 up here. So it's going to be 1 divided by square root of u. And this 1/4, that's no longer there because I just pulled it outside. So it's just a du. And of course, 3 times 1/4 is 3/4. And I'm taking the integral of 1 divided by square root of u with respect to u. Now this I know how to take the integral of. That's why we do u substitution. I'm taking something I don't know how to take the integral of, and I'm expressing it in terms of a function I do know how to take the integral of. Because I can rewrite this. This part right here, I can rewrite. So let me go ahead and do that. We still have the 3/4 in the front. Now I'm going to be taking the integral of 1 over the square root of u is the same as u to the 1/2. If you ever bring anything to the 1/2 power, it's the same as taking the square root. So u to the 1/2 is the same as the square root of u. And this is going to be equal to 3/4 integral. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this u to the 1/2 and bring it to the top. But when I bring it to the top, that 1/2 becomes a negative. So it's going to be u to the negative 1/2. And now I can use the power property of integration. And you remember the power property? I add 1 to the exponent. Negative 1/2 plus 1 is, let me go ahead and drop it down. I still have the 3/4 in the front. I'm adding 1 to the exponent. Negative 1 plus 1 is a positive 1/2. And then I divide by the new exponent. Okay, that's the power property of integration. Add 1 to the exponent. Negative 1/2 plus 1 is positive 1/2. And then divide by the new exponent. But when you divide by 1/2, it's the same as multiplying by this flipped. 1/2 flipped is 2. So dividing by 1/2 is the same as multiplying by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and carry that out over here. I have 3/4 in the front times, and just like I said, if you divide by 1/2, it's the same as multiplying by 2, and u to the 1/2. And that's going to be equal to 3/4 times 2 is 6/4. So that's going to be 6/4 u to the 1/2, which is going to be equal to 6/4 square root of u. Because remember, we just said if you bring anything to the 1/2 power, it's like taking the square root. So it's the square root of u, and that's going to be equal to 6/4 square root. Well, we know what the u is equal to, 4x plus 5, because that's what we defined it as at the beginning. So I'm going to replace this u with the 4x plus 5. So it's going to be 4x plus 5 plus, remember when we're doing the indefinite integral, it's always going to be a c on the end. That c can be any number. So you just put plus c. And that's almost done, but we can actually simplify this. 6/4 goes down to 3/2. So your final answer is 3/2 square root 4x plus 5 plus c. That's your answer right there. That is what goes right there. 3/2 square root 4x plus 5 plus c. That's your answer. That's how you do u substitution. Let me kind of